Question number 11. Sum of the first P, Q, R terms are A, B and C respectively. Prove that A by P times Q minus R plus B by Q times R minus P plus C by R times P minus Q equals 0. So again you're going to use the sum formula. So what do you have? P by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into t equals A. Q by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into d equals B. Your n here is P, right? Here it is Q. R by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 times t equals C. So what do I have from here? I have 2A by P. I'm bringing the P by 2 to this side. I have 2A by P equals 2A plus P minus 1 times t. I have 2B divided by Q equals 2A plus Q minus 1 times t. I have 2C divided by R equals 2A plus R minus 1 times t. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to mark this equation as 1, 2, 3. I'm going to subtract 1 minus 2 and 2 minus 3. So let me erase this part of the board. Please copy. So what am I going to get when I subtract these two? I have 2A by P minus 2B by Q equals, the 2A and 2A gets cancelled. I have PD minus D minus QD minus D within bracket. Okay. So on the right hand side I have PD minus D minus QD plus D. So the minus D and the plus D goes off. So I'll take the LCM on this side. I have 2AQ minus 2BP divided by PQ equals D times P minus Q. So what is my D? My D is 2AQ minus 2BP divided by PQ times P minus Q. So this is how you solve questions in the exam. I'm really sorry, but you have to do all this. This is a trial and error based questions, but you only have very few options. Either you subtract the two equations or you divide the two equations to find the ratio. So these are all the few trial and error methods. So this is one of the method which is very, very helpful and useful. You get the right answer. So this is D, right? So you have got D. So now when you subtract equation 2 and 3, you'll get another D. So you'll equate both the D's. So let me do this on the other side. So I need to subtract this and this. So I'll erase this part. So what will I get? I have 2B by Q minus 2C by R equals 2A and 2A goes off. I have QD minus D minus RB minus D. So I have RB plus D. I haven't put the bracket, but I directly wrote the answer. So minus D and the plus D goes off. Now I'll erase these two equations. Please write them down. So I'm taking the LCM. 2BR minus 2CQ divided by QR equals D times Q minus R. So what is my D now? D equals 2BR minus 2CQ divided by QR times Q minus R. So I'm going to equate both. So what do I have? 2AQ minus 2BP divided by PQ times P minus Q equals 2BR minus 2CQ divided by QR times Q minus R. Okay. Let me erase this part of the board. Please write it down. Now what do you see? Q and the Q will get cancelled. And the 2 in the numerator, they'll also get cancelled. When you take 2 outside, you'll have AQ minus BP. When you take the 2 outside, you'll have BR minus CQ. Okay. Now I'm going to cross multiply. What do you have? R times Q minus R times AQ minus BP equals BR minus CQ I'll write it this way. P times P minus Q times BR minus CQ. So let me multiply the R inside. I have Q minus R times AQR minus BPR equals P minus Q times PPR minus PCQ dividing by PQR. Why am I going to do that? I have Q minus R. I need A by P. Do you see what you need in the question? Q minus R irukku, P minus Q irukku. So Q minus R, I need A divided by P. So in order to get divided by P here, I need to divide this whole thing by PQR so that the QR and QR will go off and I'll be left with P. Similarly, here I have P minus Q. I need C by R. So if C by R venuna, I need the P and Q to get cancelled. So let me go term by term. I have Q minus R times AQR divided by PQR. QR, QR will get cancelled. So A by P minus BPR by PQR. PR, PR will get cancelled. I'll have B by Q equals P minus Q times PBR divided by PQR. PR, PR will go off. I'll have B by Q minus PCQ, PQR. P and Q, P and Q. So I'll have C by R. So what you have now, I'm going to open the brackets. So I have A by P times Q minus R minus B by Q times Q minus R. I'm going to bring everything to this side. I have minus B by Q times P minus Q plus C by R times P minus Q. So now you have A by P times Q minus R. You have C by R times P minus Q. So you're left with B by Q times R minus P. You still have not got that. So let me erase the first line. So you have A by P times Q minus R plus C by R times P minus Q. So what do I have? I'll take the B by Q outside. So let me write plus B by Q. So the minus goes inside. Minus of Q minus R. So this becomes R minus Q. R minus Q. In Q I have minus of P minus Q. So this becomes Q minus P. So plus Q minus P. The minus Q and the plus Q gets cancelled. You are left with R minus P. So this is what is required. So I'll erase this line also. Please copy. So this is your final answer. You have A by P times Q minus R plus P by Q times R minus P plus C by R times P minus Q equals 0. Okay. Only with practice you'll be able to solve such questions. Please repeat this question again on your own. Write it 2 to 3 times. Only then you'll get used to it. Okay. Question number 12. The ratio of sums of m and n terms of an AP. So Sm to Sn is m square by n square. Show that the ratio of their mth to the nth term. M to the nth term is 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. So what do you have? Sm by Sn. So what is the formula? N by 2, in which case n is m. N by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here n is m. M minus 1 into d divided by n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d equals m square divided by n square. The 2 and 2 goes off. M and m. Ori m poidum. N and one of the n goes off. So what are you left with? You're left with 2a plus m minus 1 into d divided by 2a plus n minus 1 into d equals m by n. What do you need? You need a plus m minus 1 into d divided by a plus n minus 1 into d. In your example questions, you had numbers. Here you do not have the numbers. Okay, that is the only difference. So on the right hand side, what do you need? You need 2m minus 1. What do I have here? I have m here. So what I'm going to do, let me write wherever I have m, I'll write it as 2m minus 1. Okay, in the earthala I need 2m minus 1. So I'm going to replace this m by 2m minus 1. I'm going to replace this n by 2n minus 1. So what happens? This m will also get replaced with 2m minus 1. this n will also get replaced with 2n minus 1. எனக்கு என்ன ஆன்சர் வேணுமோ அதை நான் கொண்டு வரேன். Okay, this is like the reverse method. Okay, so now I'm going to substitute for m. So I have 2a plus, instead of m I have 2m minus 1 times t divided by 2a plus, instead of n I'm going to substitute 2n minus 1. So n க்கு பதில் 2n minus 1. I have a minus 1 also here. So it is minus 1 times t equals, m க்கு I'm going to substitute 2m minus 1 divided by, for n it is 2n minus n. 2n minus 1. Sorry. So now what do we have? I have 2a plus 2m minus 2 times t divided by 2a plus 2n minus 2 times t equals 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. So when I take 2 outside, this 2 goes off. I take a 2 outside of this, so this 2 goes off. So multiplying and dividing by 2, what do I have? A plus m minus 1 into t divided by a plus n minus 1 into t equals 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. 2 common எடுக்கிறேன் அவ்வளவுதான். இங்கே இந்த 2 எடுத்துட்டா what you have? A plus m minus 1. இந்த 2 போய்டும், இந்த 2 போய்டும். So this is the required answer. Okay.